How's it going? You're an audio guy?
Yeah.
You guys audio, you don't like being in front of cameras though, audio guys.
Uh,
Almost as bad as editors, but not
no,
quite.
actually, I'm fine with it.
You're right?
Because usually we're the one that has to be in front to test things out.
Oh yeah, so they stick you in the seat.
They stick us in, and
Yeah. Where are you working now?
I freelance pretty much everywhere. So started freelancing CTV, then I worked over to TSN, but I also freelance. That's in studio. So then I also go on location with Discovery Channel. And then I could do things here and there for other freelance sound location.
So some studio stuff,
some
field stuff.
It's just a mix of.
What do you like better? Or what do you like about between the two of them?
I think I like that I can do both.
Yeah.
It's great to be in the studio because sometimes traveling is just with 10 road cases and going around the world. It's fun, but it can be tough. So you get to go back to the studio and kind of chill out. But then being on the road is awesome.
Yeah.
It gets you out of the studio.
Right.
So getting to do both is pretty cool.
Sweet. When you came through Seneca way back, what year did you graduate?
2014.
14.
Yeah.
2 years ago. So it wasn't three. It was three. Yeah, pretty much. How was Seneca? What was it like? And I guess maybe even back up a little farther, why did you come to Seneca?
I came to Seneca because I first thought I was going to be a music producer, like all sound guys.
Yeah.
That's where you think you're going to be. You only think music is an option.
Right.
But I did an internship through high school that when I was at a post house. So I found out, you can make money in TV. So I just started looking through. I almost went to Metalworks for music, but I didn't.
Okay.
Luckily, and I came to Seneca, which was kind of just a hit and miss. I was going to go other schools. I won't name.
It's okay.
But I said, hey, I got into Seneca. I'm going to go, and it turned out because for an audio guy, Seneca has some of the top audio teachers in North America.
Yeah.
You want to say that?
Indeed. Yeah.
So and then I think that was the year the studio was being renovated, which I found out now working at CTV that Mike Noonan pretty much designed those studios, and working in the Seneca studios is just like working anywhere like CTV or some of the big studios. So it was easy to transition into those control rooms in the studios.
So that situation of us having the same gear here at Seneca, designed by Michael Noonan from CTV, made it a really nice transition to go into CTV then.
Yeah. There wasn't much of a transition because it was just like walking into Seneca. It was great. You pretty much, like most tech guys know, if you learn one gear, like one audio board, you pretty much know them all. Same can kind of be said with cameras. Buttons in different places, but so getting to learn on this equipment, I just got to know everything else.
So, and just talk about the field a little bit, since we'll go there. Outside of the studio. What's that like, and what's your job when you're out there, and how does that kind of change depending on what you're shooting?
Yeah, well, you're always contracted to be an audio guy, just like the camera guy is the camera guy. But you end up doing everything. We're like some of the shows I work on with Discovery. It's a 4-man crew, and so there's a camera guy, camera assistant, director, and me, audio guy. But there usually needs more than 4 people to actually run a show. So you're doing everything from like I'll be audio, but then I have to go camera assistant because the camera assistant has to go run and do something else. Right. It's pretty hectic. Hence why I like to sometimes come back to the studio, collect myself. But no, it's traveling, getting paid to travel, see the world, while you're working, is probably one of the best jobs you can have.
So you're in a good spot right now.
I'm in a good spot, and I think freelancing, even though freelancing can be a very scary word, it's worked out for me. And kind of looking at the industry, I just think that that's where the industry is going, is freelancing. And I could kind of see that when I was at Seneca. A lot of teachers kind of told me that, full-time jobs in this industry, other than certain ones, aren't going to be there for forever. So it worked out for me, and I like it a lot.
Yeah. So as a freelancer, what does that mean? When you say you sort of have to think about this, and that's sort of the way the industry is going personally, what does that mean to you? What things do you have to watch out for as a freelancer?
You're always waiting for that phone call. So that's the scary thing. For me, like as far as gear, I don't own any gear, so as on the audio side, so I rent. So that's never an issue of keeping up with the gear yet until I buy my own gear. But yeah, freelance, you gotta wait for that call, and then you have to start building the relationships when you get those calls. It's always hard to get your first call. I was lucky to work in a place like Bell Media that has Discovery Channel and all these other stations. So, it's really getting your foot in the door and then building on those relationships, because you don't know where those people will end up, where that production manager is going to end up. I had one that worked on a Discovery show and now is at Vice. So you get a call once in a while from Vice because that person used to work with you at Discovery Channel. And yeah, it's not steady. It's not a steady job, but some years you can make less money, and sometimes you can make more than you ever would as a full-time employee.
Yeah. So you see yourself staying freelance and living that for a while?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think it'll be forever, because I've also started to transition into me and two friends working on our own content, and we're going to try to run with it. So I still say that's freelance, because we're running a company, but you never know when the jobs come.
Yeah. So what are you working on then? What kind of stuff?
Well, actually, both my friends did masters. One did the masters where he got funding to do a documentary through his university. Yeah. And he said, hey, do you want to shoot the thing? And he's done his masters now, but we're just moving into post for the actual feature-length documentary. Yep. And then my other friend, he did a app that was a game that had a whole bunch of video content, audio content. So I actually had to learn how to do some coding and a lot of things. So
you never stop
learning. And that's the thing. I thought I was going to be just audio, and you end up doing everything. Yeah. So you can either decide now that you want to learn everything, or it's just going to happen when you get out in the field.